to settle some things, to know what's up. Now you went there and they detain you. Have you ever had something like that? They were the one that invited you. If you were to be a criminal, we are conscious to allow you to go there. But since you are moving there with a clean heart, they see it as an opportunity to detain you. They want to destroy anything that stands on their way. Now they want to clear everything so that they will come back here and possess our land and enjoy our resources. But you know what? They have failed.
Wow, that's wonderful. Very long contribution, but I am sure we've gotten many things from that. At this juncture, Honorable Chukwuemeka Chukwu Kadibia, in a single statement, say your last contribution.
Biafrans and the lovers of freedom, my last statement, my name is Chukwu Kadibia, and that is our position. Whatever they are using, be it sham, be it their bullets, whatever they intend to use, even in the future, let them come with it. God is greater than those things. That is the meaning of my name. The release of Nnamdi Kanu is what we are looking at. They should free Nnamdi Kanu. They are even killing more Biafrans by detaining him. They are killing more Biafrans than by detaining him there. So they should release him. If they think that whatever, in fact, dialogue, whatever thing that they think that they should do with Biafrans will go or go well, they should release Nnamdi Kanu first. That is what we want. They should release him.
Okay, thank you very much. The pastor, in a single statement, what is your final contribution?
Well, you keep calling me pastor.
Yeah, I know
well,
that.
My name remains Oluchukwu Uchenna. You see, I stand where my colleagues stood. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is number one thing. Give us our freedom. We can be friends. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
We can be friends, but give us our freedom. If you want oil, if you want coal, you want any, there is no mineral resources that we don't have. Any of them that you want, we can give it to you free of charge.
But that will be when they beg.
Of course.
Okay.
So, give us our freedom by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is our petition. Thank you.
Comment or contribution before we go off.
Yeah. Thank you, viewers. The only thing I need to tell Nigerian government and the British government, their father, is that thinking that holding in Nnamdi Kanu will stop the agitation means that they were stupid and evil, because the more they hold him, the more they ginger the morale of the people, the more they tell people that we are fake. Because in this struggle, no retreat, no surrender, Biafra or nothing. Biafra, Britain should wait, time is coming for them. Because the Almighty Chukwu Abiyama, who promised us that those that we are called by his name, anytime they call upon him, that he's going to answer them. Look at us here, Oluchukwu, Chukwuemeka, Chiemeka. We are referring to God. God our intercessor, God our maker, give us what we want, and anybody that stands on our way, God knows the most bullet and the poison to pour on their head. Biafra is coming. Thank you.
God bless you. Finally, I have questions for Nigeria and British government. Are you afraid of the truth? Or you don't want the truth to be the truth? Do you want the truth to be lies? Because your stance and all your approaches towards the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra has really proven to me that you are afraid of it. One thing that is so clear is that light is always light. Light can never change into anything. If you take light into the darkest part of the world, it will still shine. Light cannot be snuffed out by darkness. Rather, light takes over every environment where he goes. In this regard, Biafra is unstoppable. Biafra is the truth. Biafra is the light. We are marching on until Biafra is restored. The earlier you embrace the truth, the better. At this juncture, we are saying, God bless you and goodbye. Till we meet again. Caps not Nakata.
Freedom, freedom, the Kanu. All we want is Biafra. Give us Biafra. Then in Africa, the more we kill, in prison we see action. Got people wondering, but us freedom fight. Like if you don't know, I tell you, surely you can go. And the truth to silence for this people have freedom. Why people seem so afraid of this knowledge? Less than the power, we got the knowledge. There is no freedom, we got the truth. They take away our freedom, hiding their truth. So let's speak the truth, their lives are freedom. Let's fight the truth, their lives are freedom.
All we are seeing is our freedom.
Freedom, freedom.
All we are seeing is our freedom. I can see our people marching. All we are seeing is our freedom.
Freedom, freedom. Freedom, yeah. Talking about freedom, yeah. Freedom for Biafra, yeah. Freedom for Africa, yeah. And time.
This is Biafra television exposing the lies.
Slave to the Zoo Republic. That is why I'm proud to be Biafra. Biafra is the kingdom of God on earth. The Elisha said, let thy kingdom come. Biafra is the kingdom. The reason for the freedom. I'm proud to be a Biafra. Biafra is a place to stay. There is no place like home. Just let us be. Biafra is all we need. Biafra is all we need we want. I'm proud to be a Biafra. I'm proud to be a Biafra. Biafra must come. He said,
I'm proud to be a Biafra. Proud to be Biafra. We are proud to be Biafra. 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 I'm proud to be Biafra. I'm proud to be Biafra. We are proud to be Biafra. 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 Everybody say, yeah. Everybody say, yeah. Everybody say,
Hey viewers, my name is Opera Andy Williams. You are watching BTV. We are live and direct from here in Enugu, Biafra land. And our today's program, we are going to look into a particular program. It's based on killing the Biafran unarmed agitators, innocent Biafrans. Today, I have a special guest in the studio. One of those guests in the studio, one of them is one of the coordinators in Enugu State, Biafran land. And looking at my right hand there at the edge, we have two victims of 30th May. My first question will go to one of the coordinators in Enugu. His name is Oluchukwu Uchenna. He's one of the popular coordinators here in Enugu. Oluchukwu Uchenna, the massacring of innocent Biafran and the killing innocent agitators has been running so much to the extent even the kids on the street singing as a song According to what happened, do you think that we should continue with this agitation, or should we fall back and to try to structure some problems, to rectify some problems, or what do you think we should do about it, sir?
Good day, viewers all over the world. We are here once again to deliberate, to talk about the Biafra massacre. As I said in the last episode, when we were here in Biafra television, I said that the massacring did not start today. First of foremost, our fathers fought gallantly, and in this particular generation, God, with his infinite mercy, raised a man in our generation, and that man is Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. So there is no way we can fall back, no matter the amount of killing, no matter the number of people that will die. In one of the prophetic words of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, he said, and I quote him, "They will kill us, they will arrest us, they will detain us, but at the end, Biafra will come." So on that note, I start to say that whether they continue to kill or not, Biafra must come. No amount of killing that can stop this Biafra restoration, because it is a divine project. It's a project of God. As you can see, my brothers are here. These ones, Zemenam and the Kemakonamobi, they are the ones that shoot directly. They have direct encounter with the soldiers. They were shot, but thank God they survived the bullet, meaning that their hands are clean. If not, we wouldn't have been here today. So there is no amount of massacre, there is no amount of killing that can stop Biafra agitation, because it is our rightful, it is our right. We were born Biafran, so there is no how we can continue to be a slave in our own father's land. Frederick Lugard, the creator of the zoo called Nigeria, did not invite us for roundtable negotiation or dialogue before he created Nigeria. So he forced us into this wicked marriage, and that is why we want to take what belongs to us.
Right, thank you very much, sir. Sir, I have number 2 questions to ask you.
Okay.
According to your statement, you say that Odemene and Kemobi, they are among the victims. You are saying it, with facts. I want to ask you, were you there when all those things took place?
Yes, of course. Even in my last episode, I said it. I cannot be a leader that will send my flocks out without going with them. I was there, live and direct. I was there. I cannot deny the fact. I was there. I was there when the soldiers started the shooting. From after 1 in the midnight, that was when the shooting started. So as you can see, Ozemenam and the Kemakonamobi, they are the victims. In fact, they are just coming back from the hospital right now.
Right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
My third question goes to Ozemenam Adam. Ozemenam, what do you have to say about this? According to the director's statement, he said that you and Nkimakam were among the people that were shot on 28th May. So what do you have to say about that?
What she said is true.
So So how did that happen?
On 30th May, being 29th May, around 1 o'clock, Nigerian army came here on our gathering, started breaking door, the gates, started shooting on us. Then now firing the narrow way of escape.
Yeah, how did you manage to escape?
I screaming for help. Then some of our soldiers that did not injured came for my rescue.
Right, thank you very much. Then my fourth question goes to Obi Nkemakalam. Obi Nkemakalam, how did you manage to escape on 30th May? Because according to the statements and our topic today about the victim of 30th May, and they say that you were wrong and you were there. How did you manage to escape? And how did it happen?
And that doesn't. I'm one of those that I look inside church, praying around 1:30 when army, police, and staff to the gate where some are sleeping. Some are clapping hands into the school cabin. As they went to the gate, they start shooting across. When we were injured, when I died that night, as early as 6 a.m., they come back in one car. At the arena we are gathering, we are going that place. Even army, stars, police, they lay ambush on us. Start shooting at us. Where we are playing on. As they shoot at me, I fell in the water. One of our boys come to rescue me. They even shoot at that boy and carry the stuff. And they even carry me inside the vehicle to the barrack station. When we are went there, so they drop us, they carry six vehicles, drop even those that died, even those that are still breathing, that's alive. They carry us inside the bus. They drop us there. They went out again to find another people. As I'm looking for help, I managed to escape from that barrack. And when I escaped, one of Judas, they kept that place to look for us. They went to carry acid to pour on us. So as they went out, I managed to escape from that barrack. If you look at my leg, it's when they are dragging me to carry me enter the track. That is when this thing happened to me. I can't wear any shoe by myself for now. And when they rushed me to the hospital, almost 3 hospitals treated me. At the first hospital, when they let me go, as we enter that place, army and police, they are that place. Even shoot tear gas inside that hospital. Even doctor, nurse, they left me there and run away. And the police and army enter inside the hospital. I managed to hide myself under the bed. So they entered there, they didn't see me. That's why I took care of my safety in my life till now.
Wow. That's a very nice information. Thank you very much, Nkemakalam. According to what the Nigerian soldiers have been claiming, they say that it was the IPOB dictators that first attacked them before they attacked back. You know, we all know that they say no smoke without fire. And what do you have to say about this? The Nigerian army, they are claiming that it is the IPOB that forced and attacks them. And the IPOB attacks them on the process of asking them to leave from where they are in their checking points. So what do you have to say about, is it true about what the Nigerian army are trying to claim?
No, not at all. As you can hear from the horse's mouth, from Nkemakonamobi and from Odemena here, they were in the house of God, they were in a Catholic church praying. These are the people that went to Mpo. Mpo is in Anambra State, Biafra land. They went down there to prepare ahead of 30th May Heroes Day celebration. So all of them were gathered in a particular church, Catholic church precisely. They were there praying in the night. As you can hear from Nkebakona, some of them were even sleeping. While they were sleeping, all of a sudden the soldier came in, invaded the place, broke the gate, and started shooting on them. So any soldier from Nigeria or where that is telling you that IPOB first attacked them is a bloody liar. As you can see, Nigeria itself is a lie. So everything in Nigeria also is lie. So the soldiers are agents of lie. Just as the scripture says that Satan is the father of all liars. As you can see, soldiers in Nigeria are nothing but liars. They are fathered by Satan himself. Because anybody that lies is a child of Satan. So as you can see, you have heard from Kebakonam, you have heard from Ozemena. All these ones, as I'm talking now, they were just coming back from hospital now. I'm a living witness. None of them is carrying a gun, not even a penknife. And let me say this. Here in Biafra land, if the army or police see you with razor blade, they will arrest you and take you to station and deal with you. Not if there is a blade, talk about penknife. You are forbidden to carry it. So, our people are so much careful not to talk of carrying an arm. Who dash monkey banana for that matter? IPOB is not a violent group. We are only asking for our right, which is restoration of Biafra. Nothing else. They shot this Ozemenam, they shot Nkem, and others at large. These are the ones that are manageable to speak to now. That is why they are here now. Others at large are still in the hospital. Those in the mortuary are still there. We have a burial coming up on 23rd. Is one of them that died on the process. So all these ones, God just saved them. If not, they could have died. As you can see, they are still with the wounds of bullets now on their body. Some of them, like Kemakoram, lost a lot of blood. Even Ozemenam here, he lost a lot of blood. So Nigeria soldiers are a bunch of liars. Put me right. For them to come up on A and say that IPOB attacked the best is a typical liar. I was there. Call me any day, anytime. I will defend the truth because I'm a child of God. I cannot lie. Because anytime you lie, you give birth to a serpent that will be tormenting your life. Are you getting it? That is why we don't deal with liars. Nigeria foundation is based on fraud. That is why you see the agents, the bosses, always telling lies against innocent agitators of Biafra.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are still watching Bay TV. We are live and direct from here Enugu State, Biafra land. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more about.
You dey form boss, 11 days for your office, you dey form boss. Make we vote Ambode Lagoon. Biafra must come, many peace on war. Yoruba people say, make we leave Lagos State. They forget say na we develop Lagos State. Agbara, Ankara, Omo, no match. Barbaria, Ankara, Omo, no match. Kai Muslim, Ni Christo, Kanazua, Masla.
Welcome back to the program. You are still watching the TV. We are live and direct from the Enugu State, Biafra land. We are according to our topic today about shooting and massacring the Biafran agitators. This is a horrendous story in humankind and human race. I don't think that's where it's committing a crime. I mean, or being a crime for a man to agitate for his own freedom. I'm so disgusted to hear such a story, but I wasn't there, and we are trying to look into the issue. Let's find out the real of things that took place out there in Anambra State on 30th May. With my guests in the showroom, they can help me out and gather more information. Let's go back to my guests once again. Coordinator, welcome back again.
Thank you.
According to your statements, you say so much about the killing and what the Nigerian soldiers are claiming that is what happened or what took place that pushed them to start shooting at the Biafran unarmed agitators, Biafran innocent soldiers. What do you think that should be done for those killing and massacring of Biafran innocent and unarmed agitators to stop?
Well, thank you for that question. To me, I don't think this very government under President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria will ever repent in killing Biafrans. Because to me, Buhari is like an unrepentant he-goat. He can't repent because he has been given a reprobate mind already by God himself. God raised Buhari for this very purpose. You know, according to the scripture, the Bible says that God said that he created Pharaoh for this very purpose, to harden his heart, so that at the end of the day, God will be glorified. So that is exactly what is happening in the case of Biafra and Nigeria. As you can see, our director, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was also arrested during the days of Goodluck Jonathan. But Goodluck Jonathan was not a man God have raised for this very purpose. That is why he was let go. But Buhari was that man. He has a hardened heart, a stone heart. In short, let me say he's no longer with a human heart. So he would not repent in killing. If we are to say, let us go out for another, maybe a protest or gathering, he will still send his people to come and kill us. Actually, so he cannot, as far as Nigeria is concerned. Buhari will be not the governor, present governor of Anambra State. They cannot repent because they have been given reprobate mind. They will continue to send their forces after us. So we will not gather. But at the end of the day, Biafra must come. That is the truth about the whole thing. If you were out during the genocide in 66 to 70, the Hausa, Fulani and Yorubas calculated an attempt to wipe out all the Biafrans, especially the men. Yes. And they succeeded in some villages, like a particular village in Emekuku, Owerri. Owerri is in Imo State, Biafra land. They made sure that they killed everything called man in that community. Everything called man was massacred At the end of the war or the genocide, the ladies in that village were transferred to another community for their brothers over there or the male counterpart to have sexual intercourse with them, to impregnate them, so that they can raise siblings or seed for that entire community. And that was exactly how they calculated it. They only want to massacre everybody. And right now, as I'm talking to you now, Muhammadu Buhari have made all the necessary arrangements to continue. In no distant time, I know he will declare a total war on Biafra in order to erase anything called Biafra from this face of the earth. But let me put it to you this way, that he will fail, because you cannot fight God. Like Keba Konaman or Zemam here, they are living witness. For them to survive the gunshot, it means you cannot wipe out all the Biafras. If not, for bullet to penetrate into their heart and cross, they could have died instantly. But God wants to prove himself that he's the one fighting for us. And that is why Muhammad Buhari and even the world powers and whatever thing they call themselves cannot stand against God. Because God is like a wind train. You cannot stop him. Are you getting it? You cannot stop God. Because each time he is moving, if you stand on the way he crushes you. Muhammadu Buhari have put everything in place. If you go to Yola, Yola is in one of the states in northern Nigeria. They have already prepared, they have already assembled different ammunition. As I'm talking to you now, if you go there, you still see them offloading more military weapons. And their own plan is to just destroy Biafra. But Biafra is just like their cousin Israel. Israel is in the middle of Iraq, Iran, Yemen, Libya, call them. But if you watch out, all these countries are fighting every day, destroying their own places. But Israel is still where they are, just like Biafra. You cannot remove Biafra from this particular place because this is our God-given nation. Biafra was there before the even British, before British. Are you getting it? If you go to the original map of the world, you will discover Biafra there. So they cannot stop us. I know they will continue to kill because our director, Prophet Nnamdi Kanu, have already said Muhammadu Buhari is an unrepentant soul. He has been given a reprobate mind. He cannot repent from killing Biafrans. He derived a lot of joy seeing Biafrans dying. So he will continue. That is my message.
Right. Thank you very much. According to this story, I heard that over 200 million Biafrans went for 30th May, and today we only know Nkem Akolam and Ozemene as the only survivors. So what I want to ask Koneto, according to who over 200 million Biafrans that went for the 30th May, is he only Nkem Akolam and Ozemene that is the only survivors we have at hand now?
Well, not at all. So many of them are still in the hospital undergoing medical treatment. Among them are in one place or the other right now.
Right. Okay. And another question goes to you, Coordinator. How do IPOB family manage to face the reform issue to make sure that all the veterans receive a good medical treatment?
Well, as you can see, our one of our motto said in Igbo language, "Onunube nwanne agba n'ọsọ." We don't have what do I say? We don't have outside supporters. What we have is ourselves. If we gathered, we contribute. Anyone you have, you give out. We don't have people supporting us financially. It's only us, the IPOB family. We don't have external body sponsoring us, but it is our own duty to make sure that we take care of our own. That's why we are always, you always hear IPOB members quoting that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. If anything should come in, we try to manage it the way it should be. We take care of our own people, as you can see. Even the governor of Anambra State, after a lot of attack from people, he now came up to say he wanted to pay up the bill, but we said no. As you can see, our people from Spain rose up immediately. Our IPO family in Spain said no, instead of Obia to pay, that they will pay no matter what it will cost, which they have already paid all the whole bills. And it's not only paying the bills that matter. What about the feeding? What about upkeep? Because as you can see, they are no longer working now. They can't go to the various work right now. So it is still our duty to make sure that we feed them, to take care of their family. As you can see this one, Ozemenam here, the wife is even pregnant. It is our duty to make sure that the family is well fed, is well taken care of. Just like Ozemen Nkeakonam is a businessman, he cannot go to the shop all this while. It is still on our head to take care of them. So we take good care of our own, because they are a kind of, they are more like our heroes. We are celebrating them. Are you getting it? So it is our duty to make sure that we take care of them. We source funds within ourselves, we gather, we donate, we take money and take care of our own. That is how we do with we source our own fund. No external body is taking care of anybody. No external body. We don't receive any external fund from any politician in the whole of Biafra land, because they believe in one Nigeria while we believe in Biafra struggle. So it's like a negative or positive. We are the positive while they are the negative. So they cannot come in, because we cannot go in with them and soil our hand by demanding for them to give us money. So we manage the little fund we have to take care of our own.
Wow, this is a terrible story. I wonder what is going on. I mean, push armed, well-trained soldiers to be shooting at innocent people that are dating for their own freedom. It's a terrible story that we're facing here. I want to ask you another question, coordinator, because I want to focus on you to get more information from you. Because I observe from my view that Nkem, Akulam, Obi, and Ozemenem, they are not well okay, yes,
Of course.
and they can't breathe well to the extent of talking or saying so many things. That's the reason why I have to focus on you as the coordinator. I want to ask you, this is not the first time that they're shooting the Biafran innocent agitators. This is not the second time, and this is not the third. It's more than twice.
Of course.
It's been happening over and over constantly. And I wonder why such a thing should keep happening in the country without the international amnesty doing anything about it. Because there is nowhere in the world or even in the environment that people are living that there is no a particular law governing the environment or the state. So those things is trying to tell us that somebody is above the law. But it's well legal and well known that nobody is above the law. It goes like this: since all those things have been happening, and shooting innocent agitators, Hausa Fulani raping women in several parts of Biafran land, killing many Biafrans around north, getting them, abusing them, kind of not trying to let them live in peace. What have IPOB family done so far to call the attention of international amnesty?
Well, like as I said before, the killing did not start today. He started as far back as 1945. But I'm not going to do that. I want to focus on the present, not the past. As you can see, IPOB is a group of people well civilized. That is why we don't want to carry out. We don't want to be violent, no matter how they push us. Navy and the police shoot our people at the Semana Barra on August 2015. August 30th precisely. The one we know, they have been killing a lot of our members secretly. On February 2016, there was another killing at Aba and other places. Then, this 30th May was another one. Even before the 30th May, there was another one that killed our people at Aba. So, we have recorded a lot of killings. That is why we have been campaigning via Twitter, on Facebook, on all the social media platforms. We have been there. Even on our Radio Biafra London, we have been there campaigning, telling the whole world to come and rescue us. But to no avail, meaning that our only hope is Chukwu Abiyama. If we fail to receive help from God, it then means nobody else can help us. The people we are looking up to, the international community we are looking up to, the United Nations we are looking up to, even our phone call campaign has started today now. Our people are calling a lot of word figures, word powers, different calibers of people. We called them before repeatedly, but to no avail. It looks as if they don't want to help us. That is why I say that the battle in where we find ourselves is between the kingdom of darkness, Satan, and God himself. So there is no any other help. Our help cannot come from any other place outside God himself, whom we call Chukwu. So, men and brethren, I am still saying it again, that is why the Bible says, if God did not watch the city, the security men are watching in vain. That is, as in the case of Biafra. All we have now as a hope is for God to come rescue us. Because, as I said before, Nigerian government is not, they cannot repent from killing. Because they are uncivilized. That is why you see our people calling them, addressing them as Sioux. They don't know anything. All they need is violence. They are like Satan. The only language Satan here is violence. If you are the type of the one that play all this ice cream prayer, Satan will not hear. But the moment you shout, Satan will come back. It's somewhere in the Bible. He says, when I shout, my enemies will turn back. This I will know that God is with me. And that is what we are doing now. By shouting to the whole world, crying out loud for people to know and for God to hear us. Are you getting it? So, what am I trying to say? If you watch Catalonia, Catalonia is in Spain. They have been agitating, raising their flag, but is on record that none of them were shot. Yes, they were not shot. Scotland, they underwent a referendum last time, and they didn't win. So a civilized nation should not say that their sovereignty is unnegotiable. So a civilized of people will always say, okay, let us come back to a round table. Let us talk.
Vote.
Let us vote. Just like the way Britain, the arch enemy of Biafra, just undergo a referendum with European Union, where the will of the masses came to pass. You're supposed to respect people's wish, and that is why they allow them to undergo referendum. Nigerian government ought to say, okay, since these people kept saying they don't want to belong here, don't want to belong here, okay, let us have a roundtable meeting. Where, what is the way forward? That is what I expect them to say. By organizing a referendum, if they vote, if after voting they win us, then we become their slaves as the tortoise. But if not, then let us go. We can still be a good neighbor if they wish. We can still be giving them even the oil they are dying for. Because I know that is the very thing that is making them not to let us go. Have more than oil.
Thank you very much, coordinator.
Thank you.
All you
Thank you.
you are still watching Biafran TV. We will go for a short break. When we come back, we continue from where we stop. Thank you.
This is another fresh killing. Guys, did you hear her? This is part of the killing.
Hello viewers, welcome back again. You are still watching BTV. We are live and red from India, African. We are still on show talking about the illegal shooting and massacre of innocent Biafran agitators, unarmed agitators. It's horrendous and something, violation and something negation and no respect. It shows no respect for a government fighting against the civilians. A whole nation like Nigerian killing the innocent Biafran agitators. And today we are here, trying to gather some information and reason why such things should be taking place in a civilized nation like Nigeria. It shows that if something like this could happen in Nigeria, that means Nigerian is above the law. Today, we are still talking about massacring of innocent Biafrans, which is a complicated issue, as so many of us are here, crying out and doing all we can for the International Amnesty to get their attention down here, to know that people are being dying here out of injustice. Today, also, my question, I'll still go back to the coordinator, but before I go back to the coordinator, I'd like to ask Nkem Obi another question before I just go back to the coordinator on the school. And according to the story about you being among the people that were taken away from where you people were shot by the Nigerian army to the barracks, and you wanted to escape. From your observation, we are inside the barracks and under the captive or under the bondage of the condition that Nigerian army brought you people, the Biafran agitator, into. How many people did you see with your two eyes that were shot dead, and how many people were still alive when you were still dead?
Thank you. When I was here, thousands of men we are already put inside the army before I escaped from that place.
Okay. according to what Nkimobi is trying to tell us, we are on the same side with Nkimobi to witness such a thing and Nkimobi witness with 2 eyes.
I'm not the same side with you.
And what took place in your own side? Because I heard that when they opened fire, they scattered Biafran agitators, everyone was running scatter, looking for a place to, get a shelter or get a help for his life or her life.
Yeah, thank you. On my own side, it happens that after shooting, we run away. And there are some people, they still shot, even after they shot the Biafran people, they still shooting people on the streets and taking back to their army barracks. That is what happened to me.
Okay, when you were shot, how fast did you get help and how did you receive your medical treatment?
When they take me to hospital, they didn't quickly give me treatment.
Because what?
Because they shot me.
And is there anything that they say that you must do or something that you must show before you get treated?
They say I must go to police and take police reports before they take me to the prison.
But did you receive any first aid? Because we all know that it's legal that anybody that got injured or whatever happened to any person in life, that first aid is the first treatment being given to the person before the major treatments take place. So did you receive any first aid treatment from the hospital in Anambra State?
There is no any first aid.
Yeah. And how did they manage to bring you down to Enugu?
Is how my condition is. I now call my people for risk. And the place I am, I'm almost dying. So they are not giving me treatment, nothing. Even my wound is almost rotten. So it's by what grandma that helps me to be alive. It's when I got to Enugu that I started recovering.
And let me go to Nkimakolam Obi. Nkimakolam, how did you receive your treatment?
How I received my treatment at Ganesha. I didn't receive proper treatment information. It's when I come back here in Enugu. Now, before I sit down like this, now I'm the treatment that that's why I can say I'm not to the world.
But did you yourself receive any first aid when you were in Anambra?
Yeah, when I received first aid in Anambra, when our friends said if they didn't give me any first aid, they will run down the hospital. That's what attracted them to give me more first aid.
Wow, it's a complicated issue and it's bloody thing for a human to undergo. But we thank God for everything. My question will go back to coordinator Olusegun. What do you think that it is the reason why the president of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, the reason why he's carrying out this kind of bloody mission against the Biafran innocent, unarmed agitators?
I think I've answered this question before. I said earlier that Muhammad Buhari was raised for this very purpose. He was given a reprobate mind by God himself, so that at the end of the day, the name of God will be glorified. Because God will definitely rescue and restore Biafra. And by that time, the whole world will know that there is God in heaven. And let me help my brothers a little bit. You see, it's not as if the hospital attendants are not there to help them, but because the doctors and the nurses in the hospital were being threatened by the zoo forces, I mean the army, that is why they were scared to take care of them in the first place. And that made our people to protest immediately in the hospital that they wouldn't allow their people to die. Something must be done. And the hospital immediately starts, a kind of little treatment. As you can see, they almost died in the hospital. Ozemenam was in the Navy and they came at Onitsha. They almost died. On the process, the hospital where Ozemenam was went on strike. And we couldn't bear it any longer. We ordered for them to be sent back to Enugu so that we'll be able to take proper care of them. As you can see, if you see like Ozemenam before, he has a macho man, a very huge young man with a complete fitted body. But as you can see now, he has macheted because of loss of blood. The same thing with Nkemakonam. So, Muhammadu Buhari is an agent of Satan. As I said earlier, in every generation, God must raise a man. And that man in our own time is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why Satan also raised a man called Muhammadu Buhari for this very purpose. But at the end of the day, he will be put to shame.
Right. Thank you very much, Coordinator Olushina.
Thank you.
Another question goes to according to what has been happening and what has been taking place, shooting, killing, Asafulani, and raping women here and there, all around Biafra land, and nothing is done about that. Nobody's coming for the Biafra rescue, nothing, and no even a huge support from any organization or Christian community or any part of Christian country in the world. Or do the IPOB family still have hope for Biafra, or are they going to talk?
Not at all. Not at all. As you can see, in one of my director, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's quote, and I quote him, he said, it's either the flag of Biafra is raised or you lower my body in the grave. Simply means that we can never give up Biafra struggle until we see that Biafra is restored on our watch. As you can see, a lot of things Hausa have taken over Biafra land, Hausa Fulani precisely. They have taken over. They have taken over entire Biafra land. And the problem is we're having is our traditional rulers, the so-called traditional rulers. Most of our elders, they are like Esau in the Bible that sold his birthright because of a pot of porridge yam. They have sold their soul to the devil. I overheard from my own investigation, I learned that most of the traditional rulers are taking some amount of money from Fulanis and cow, and that made them to have an upper hand. That is why if you see Fulanis killing many of our people, raping our wives and our mothers, our sisters, none of the elders will come out to speak against it because they are the one giving them land and in return collecting money and cow from them. And our governors, the so-called Southeast and South governors, I must tell you that they are the ones giving us this trouble again. And all the politicians, they believe in Nigeria because of what they have been stealing. They have been under the cover of Nigeria to steal our resources, everything that we need to take to use and take care of everybody. They have been stealing it, and that is why it sounded strange when they hear Biafra. It sounded strange because they know that they will lose at the end of the day. But with all this persecution, with all this intimidation, one thing is sure: Biafra must come. Biafra must come. There is no two ways about it. Nothing on earth can stop Biafra, because Biafra is a project of God. In the last episode, I made mention that Biafra is the kingdom of God, and surely Biafra will come under our watch, because we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra must be restored.
Right, thank you very much. Quite little.
Thank you.
And I have another question. My question goes to you also. You are like a mouthpiece to all these young men.
Yes, of course.
And Biafra.
Yes.
At moments. I would like you to help me also. I mean, tell me the reason and what the governors in Biafra land has done so far since all this massacre has been going on. Tell me, what have the governors in this Biafra land done anything to secure the life of Biafrans in this Biafra land?
They have not done anything at all. They are afraid. Most of them just get into power. Most of them were just celebrated their 1 year in office last May. As you can see, they are afraid of Muhammadu Buhari, that maybe if they should support Biafran agitators, maybe to speak against the killing, maybe in their second tenure they will not win. Or because you know all these people have sold their hand in one way or the other. The EFCC, the DSS have their details. So if they should do otherwise, maybe the federal might will come after them. Like what is happening at Abia State now, where they have like 3 candidates as a governor, is one of those things. Maybe they have seen that maybe Ibazo is coming back to his senses to speak against injustice, or maybe to kick against the grazing bill that is being passed in the Senate House. They now brought the other person, Samson Ucheoga, to go and take over. While their case was still in the court of law, I believe in the rule of law. They now pressurized the INEC to issue a certificate of return to Mr. Samson Ucheoga, while they still have a sitting governor on the person of a pastor. Though I am not a politician, I am not supporting them, but it's as a result of this thing we are talking about that made the federal might to go against Ibazu. When Ibazu was killing our people at Aba, they never go after him. But the moment it looks as if he's taking the other way around, they now get after him to hunt him down. Now that is why other governors are afraid, because they have soiled their hand in one way or the other.
Thank you very much. There is another rumor at hand. There are so many organizations now coming up claiming that they are the head of this Biafran struggle. That they don't know any other head, that Kano is not the head of IPOB. Is this something like this real, sir? If I may ask.
Well, as you can see, this is another funny question so far. But let me put a record straight. My own father fought for Biafran War. He's a veteran and he's still alive right now. And other veterans at large, but they have never come out wanting to say that they once, in the struggle. We acknowledge our veterans, yes. Nobody can keep away from them. We acknowledge them, we acknowledge our elders, but there are things elders will do, there are things the young youth will do. As you can see, I have a clip in my Facebook page where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given a mantle of leadership by the veterans of Biafra. They hand him over the mantle. They say, go and lead us. And that is why you see him succeeding. And again, let me tell you that this is a calling. It's not ordinary. Nnamdi Kanu is a man God raised for this very purpose, to restore Biafra. Elders might say, yes, we have been doing this, we have been doing that, we have been doing this, and different groups, they have been agitating. But there was an interview that one of the veterans, on the person of General Atuye, Joe Atuye, is a man I respected so much. Is a man I respected so much, I must confess. He said on that interview, and I quote him, that Nnamdi Kanu is a catalyst of Biafra struggle. As you can see, before now, we have so many groups agitating for Biafra. In one of Apostle Paul's quotes in the Bible, he says, some will say, I am for Jesus. Some will say, I am for Apollo. Some will say, I am for Paul. But he said, did Apollos die for you, or did Paul die for you? It's only Jesus Christ, Yahweh Yeshua, that died for us. So, on this struggle, whether Biafra is restored today or tomorrow, the only person everybody knows is Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Because even if Nnamdi Kanu is to die today and Biafra comes tomorrow, there is no any other person that the whole world will recognize rather than Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one that have paid the price for it. He is a true leader who have shown and stand for the truth, unlike other people. But we are the same people. And as regard to our elders or group or no group, we are the same people. It's only that sometimes Satan will come in to distract brethren, but we are still moving forward.
Right, thank according to your statements now, what you're trying to tell me is that Nnamdi Kanu still remain the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, no any other person.
Not at all. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra worldwide.
Thank you very much, Coordinator Oshikuchina. Thank you for your explanation. It's my pleasure sitting down here having conversation with you. According to our program today, our topic today is on massacring the innocent Biafrans, Asafrani raping innocent Biafran women in the various villages, in their farm, killing the youth, and Nigerian government sending the combined team force to kill the innocent Biafran unarmed agitators. According to all those things and the problem that have been going on and that we went on so far, do you think you still have the zeal to continue the struggle, or you think that it will go great at the moment?
I will continue with Biafra till my dead body. I will not give up, and I'm advising others, people in outside, to continue with Biafra. Biafra is our home, and we cannot run on our home. I'm praising others to support Biafra. For those that still in Zoo, let them come out and join Biafra. We are prince and princess, but Zoo have turned us to slave, and I am no longer a slave because Nnamdi Kanu have made me to understand that I'm a Biafran, so I'm not going back.
So, Aklam Obi, what do you have to say about this?
Thank you very much. I'm not going back anywhere. Either they give us Biafra or kill all of us. There's no two about it.
Thank you very much. We're still on the issue about the massacre and killing or shooting the innocent Biafran agitators, not only on death, but Fulani herdsmen killing the innocent Biafran all over Biafra, and nobody's doing anything about it. Even the government of the Zoo called Nigerian is not doing anything about it. Even the fellow Christian countries, nobody's saying anything about it. Even the international amnesty, which is very, very bad and not good for human, are at all, because we are all humans. We are not animals. Even though even animals, when they get hurt, they cry out. It is only a tree that heard that they will cut it down, and the tree still remains the same place because the tree can walk. But once a human being gets to hear that I'm coming to kill you, the person start running for his life or her life. So this is a situation whereby there is nowhere to run to. According to what our guests here in the studio are trying to tell us, that they will stand firm to the end, either Biafra or their death. But I'm trying to tell everybody that is in part of this struggle, it's not all about death, that we are riding out for victory. Nobody's riding out to come and die for anybody. But we are riding out to come and die for what we believe in. But we will not die. We all should stay alive to witness happen. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of the program. And before we end this program, and coordinator Oluchibuche, now what do you have to tell, or what's your advice to the people that still indoor have not come out to support the Biafra struggle?
Well, like I always said, some will say Biafra or dead, but to me, I say it's a must that they will give us Biafra because it's our right. And everybody should come out and fight for their right. Dead have been killing a lot of people. You can even die on your own in your house. You can die anywhere because the life we are living according to Bible is like a vapor that appeareth for a while and vanish away. You either come out or you stay, but definitely Hausa Fulani will kill you one day. Because to me, I recorded all the dead as being killed by Hausa Fulani. If you watch our people dying in the hospital, some of them are dying as a result of poor management in the hospital. Some of them are dying as a result of BP or whatever. They were thinking of one thing or the other. And everything, all these thoughts here and there, is as a result of the suffering they are encountering as a result of Hausa Fulani slavery. So, to me, no need of going back. Everybody should come out and restore our home. I am highly disappointed at our fellow Christians. The Christians of today have been taken over by Satan itself because most of our church leaders are occultic men. And that is why they cannot stand to speak against injustice that is going on the land. Imagine where the vice president of Nigeria will be a pastor and he will not stand to oppose the evil because he's an occultic man. So also other church leaders in the whole wide world, they are not saying anything because they have already diverted to that broad way. You know, the Bible said there is two ways, the narrow way and the broad way. The Christian leaders have turned their followers to that broad way. But they still have opportunity to repent and come back to their senses and do the right thing. Because the Biafra we are talking about is the kingdom of God on earth. It's a platform in which people can stay and worship this God in truth and in spirit, thereby making heaven. Without Biafra, I doubt if people will make this heaven we are talking about. So, on this note, I am advising everybody, Biafra is not only for us, it's for all the blacks in the whole wide world. Because the freedom of Biafra is the freedom of the blacks in the whole wide world. Come out from your hiding places. Let's join hands together and conquer our common enemy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. According to our conversation, you saw death. In fact, you saw your death, but you still remain strong, and you have the faith that you are staying in the struggle and you never slumber or backslide. Thank you very much for that. What do you have to tell your fellow Biafrans outside the world? Because Biafrans, IPOB are in worldwide. They are IPOB. You can find the IPOB found under the 7 continents of the world. What do you have to tell them?
What I have to tell them is, if you are Biafran, anywhere you are, come back home now. Let us restore our Biafran. Let us build our home. Stop going out. Stop running out to fatherland. Come back now. Like our director said, come back now. Let us build our home, our paradise, kingdom of God on earth. Come back now. There's no two ways about it. Come back now. Let us build our home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you, Ozemena Alo, and what do you have to tell your fellow Biafrans?
What I have to say, thank you first of all. I'm telling other people, all the black men, Biafran, in outside, in anywhere, around the world, anywhere they are, let them come back home. Let's join together and get Biafra. One person cannot make a home. It's when you are 2 or 3 or millions, that is when you can create anything. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much. We've come to an end of this program. I still remain your humble opera Nigerians. You are watching Big TV. We are live in the red from Enugu State here, Biafra. Thank you so much. We are going to see you next time when we come back to this program. Thank you very much.
To the end, you know, come for peace, till my brother for war, huh?
This is Biafra television, exposing the lies.
Ndewo nọ ndị be anyị na-abata unu n'ihe mmemme anyị a na-akpọ ọnọdụ Ugbo na Biafran Television Enugu ka anyị si ewetara unu ihe mmemme nke a. Abụ m Udoriakụ Obili Nnamdi. Na nzukọ anyị nke taata, anyị ga-ewetara unu ihe gbasara ihe na-emegasị n'obodo anyị bụ Enugu steeti. Na mbụ, ka anyị na-ege n'anya n'ihe gbasara okporo ụzọ anyị. Okporo ụzọ anyị nwere n'Enugu steeti, anyị amaghịzi ka ọ dị adị. A ga-akpọ ya okporo ụzọ, ga-akpọ ya ụzọ mmiri, ka a ga-akpọ ya ụzọ nkụ. Ndị na-agba ụgbọala ha pụta n'ụzọ, amaghịkwa ha ndị agba ụgbọala ga-achara ndị mmadụ, ọ bụ ndị mmadụ ga-achara ndị ụgbọala. Ebe niile mgbapụ ụlọ asị na alụọla anyị, onwere nke nwere isi. Alụcha ụzọ taa, echi ebe na-eghere oghe. Mmadụ na-aja Nkwuzimen Road, ọ bụ Nkwuzimen Road na-aja amụ mmadụ. Ịpụta iwere ụkwụ gị na-aga ịmapụ ya n'ofu ebe, na-ehozi ụkwụ mmadụ ka a na-eho osisi n'ime ọta. Ọ bụrụ ihe a hụrụ anyị n'ụzọ. O nwere ebe ị ga-apụta sọsọ aja na ụzọ a ga-agba gị. Ị na-ajụ na ọ bụ ụzọ na-aga aga ka ọ bụ ihe anyị ji aka anyị metara onwe anyị. Ọ dị ebe nke a na-anaghị echetakwa. Ndị si na ha bụ ndị na-achị anyị amụta, ha chọọ ka ihe ha ihe nke a ma ọ bụ nke ọzọ, ha eburu moto buru katapila mebiri emebi je paakị ya, ụdị nke a paakịrị na Ugwu Aji na-amanye elu. Gọọmenti Enugu steeti abịago gburugburu echetara anyị, o nwere ihe a ga-emere anyị. Ekwube ụzọ kwuo ya that day, onye ọbụla na-eti na-agbakọ na-akụ aka na ha adịghị n'ihe a na-eme. Ha ghọrịcha ka ha si aghọrị anyị, maka ọbụla ka ha bidoro ghọrịwa anyị. Apaakị ya katapila na ndị ugwu ji na-eme mitin n'eti egwu na-agbagharị na abịago na a ga-arụrụ ụzọ. Ndị be anyị na-ama na oruche ha na ise ka esi bịakwa buru katapila ha. Ọ ndị ugwu ji ka unu ga-anụ ya nke a mara ka arụ ụzọ ka ọ bụzi katapila ka afọrọ eburu katapila na ihe enwe ebe nke ya apụta ọ bụ sọsọ ndị dọbara ihe ha ji se foto ama akịrị gbada akpọrọ peg gbagoro akpọrọ peg gbada ndị nke na-amaghị ya aka si n'eziokwu ha na gọọmenti abago anyị ka ama akwa nke na-eme anyị owo n'obodo a. Enugu steeti ana m ajụnụ gọọmenti bụ na nke anyị nọ n'ihe ugbu a kee nke ka anyị ma maka na abịa na nke mbụ Sullivan amaghị eme Sullivan amaghị eme mana Sullivan ka metụrụ nke o mere nke anyị nọ n'ime kịta ọ na nwa mgbe ka amaghị isi akpụkọ na agụba adịghị nkọ ọ bụ na ọnwụ ihe nwanne ya nwoke megburu ka a ga-abịa gburu ya eri iche ka o wee rụọ ya bụ ọrụ maka na ọrụ dị mmadụ niile bụ ọrụ ahụ ọ bụ ọrụ ofu onye arụọ ya ka ọ dị mma ọdụ okeke mmadụ afọ mma ihe niile a na-eme mma. O nwere ebe ị ga-abanye n'ime achara layout ị na-achụ ebe a ndị mmadụ bie ka ndị mụ ịma mma ka esi eme ya maka na onwe ha ka iwe chetede ndị nke aha chacha ihe a na-eme a na-ekwu ya ekwu ịgba ụzọ keyeta n'ebe nke mmadụ niile ma n'ụzọ ebe a na-azụ ahịa ụzọ Timber Shade ebe a maara na ahịa na-azụ ya tupu ehihie abalị ịgagide ebe ahụ onwe mgbe ị ga-anọ ebe ahụ awa na awa ịtọ awa ịnọ ebe ị nọ na gịnị n'ebe ị na-ede ka ị wee nwee ike wee ka ị ga-esi wee gara eji zụta aha gị ma ọ bụrụ nke ị zụtara azụta wee na-adịghị ị ga-eji ego jebe ahịa gote ihe na-adịghị abụrụkwa nsogbu. O nwere ebe nke na-apụta ịfụ ka moto dachiri ụzọ akara ebe ama ọbịa mbọsị ebe trela bụ ọdụ na-achọ ebe ọ ga-eje otu a ka o si wee karịa onwe ya wee gbanye ndị niile na-aga n'agba road a na-achọzụ ụlọ ha ga-eji were banye wee jebe Ọkpara Avenue ma Main Market. Ndị be anyị abịghị ezogburu nwe ya a na-ekpe ụzọ gara Idoriba a na-akọ nke akọ ịbanye ebe ndị Deeper Life wel Church our Mountain of Fire n'ebe nke ihe akpụ ya mbụ mgbago ebe ndị Mountain of Fire iti isi n'ụzọ nke ahụ ịgbakọta ha bịakwa n'ikwu na achọghọzi sekọnd ha taya achọghọzi onye ọbụla chọrọ ka ebe taya ọfụ igo taya ọfụ taburu egbe ụzọ ahụ echi chinye gị ya n'aka ma tubules ma tubufuru oge niile aka niile chere ya n'aka onwezi nke ị ga-eji wee mee bara uru maka ịgbara ụzọ iti isi n'ime ọkụ na anụ ịbanye n'ụzọ Kenneth ụdị potholu dị ebe a bụ taya banye chee niile fụtacha. Nne m ọ bụrụ ya bụ na ego mentenansi ga-emezi moto anyị amaghọzi nke anyị na ya aya ihe na-eme karịrị wee na-asị unu onye na-achị anyị chekiwekwa onwe ya anyị nwabụ ndị a na-achị chekiwe onwe anyị mana anyị ahụbekwa aka ya n'Enugu steeti anyị amabeghị anyị na ya na-eje odu anyị eje ka odu anyị anata ọ bụ onye nke ọ bụ onye ọchịchị. Ndị na-asụ osikwa monkey no fine but mama like her ọ ga-akabakwa ahụ mee n'ihe anyị ji wee like ya ma ya bụrụ na ọ bụrụ na ọ dịghọ mma na ọ bụghọ atọ n'elu afụọ achụọ na afụ o nwere ebe a maara ga-ejide ya ejide ọkụ ihe dị njọ. Unu mana na ihe anyị na-eme na anyị na-ekwu ya ka ọ dị onye metekwa mma anyị ga-asị na ihe o mere dị mma ọkwa n'omume nke na-adịghị mma anyị asịkwa gị na ihe ọ na-eme anyị mma. Na mbụ ọ na-agba n'Enugu steeti anyị afụbeghịkwa mbụ ọha ka na ihe na-eme n'Enugu steeti arịrị akarị ịfụ ka anyị na-ekwu ụzọ anyị o nwere ka ọ dị o nyere nsogbu ọ dịrọ mma ụzọ siri ike ihe gbasara ụzọ orika ya mere ama m na onye ọba bụ onye Enugu steeti ga-amata n'ime New Haven bụ ya si nọ New Haven o nwere mpaghara gbachara ime n'ime New Haven ịbanyechee n'ime ahụ nwere ebe ị ga-afụ ụzọ. Ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu bụ na nwanne anyị nwoke bụ onye nke chiburu Enugu rụrụ arụ onwe ka esi edozi echacha onweghị ihe edoziri na nke arụrụ arụ ada emedi onwekwe ka esi akwadokwe ụkwara anyị ihe ọzọ ka anyị si wee na-afụ ya ọ bụ ọnọta nke bụ ihe ahụ a na-ekwu ya asịkwa anyị bịa tinye akwụkwọ ka ọ nọrọ ọzọ ebe nke ọ nọrọ anọ na-adịghị anyị mma a sịkwa ede gbara mgbe nwunye di m ka ọ ga-abụ nwunye di m anọ nke m adịghị nke nwunye di m ewere ya mebe mana ọ bụrụ sọsọ ofu onye ọ na-enyekwanụ nsogbu. Ndị be anyị nakwa ekini na ya bụ karịkwara akarị. Ọ bụrụkwa sọsọ na nka ihe anyị na-achọ erika, ihe na-aga erika n'Enugwu anyị a. Unu ebe anya unu ahụkwa o nwekwara ọzọ dị ka ibe ya. Bịa n'ebe a na-azụ ahịa mpaghara Enugwu, unu n'ebe anyị unu ahụ na ihe ndị na-azụ ahịa na-eme n'etiti ụzọ anyị amakwa ka anyị ga-erikọ ya. Ịbata n'ahịa Abapa n'etiti ụzọ ka a na-azụ ahịa, ada azụzụkwa ahịa n'ime ahịa, mmadụ niile n'etiti ụzọ. Ọ bụrụ dịka na be anyị na onwe ka esi wee mee ihe mberede na ụdị dị ala, ọ ga-enyekwa nsogbu maka na ndị si ka moto nwee ihe mberede ọ ga-ekpoche mmadụ ekpoche, ọ bụ ọdụ ugbu na ọ ga-ekpoche ndị mmadụ ekpoche, ma ụmụaka ma oke ma ndị nne nwaanyị ma ndị ụmụ okorobịa ma ụmụ agbọghọbịa, onye ọ nọ n'etiti ụzọ. Ọ bụrụ ka obodo si were eziokwu, anyị ma na ihe esigo ike, anyị ma na onwe onye ọ dịara mfe, anyị ma na onwe onye nwesịrị ihe ọ na-eri na onye ọbụla na-agbazi mbọ. Ọ bụkwa ka mgbe a na-ekwu okwu housewife, onye ọbụla bụzikwa ọkpata ahụ, onwezikwa onye na-edozi maka na ihe gbasara obodo a chụpụtago onye ọbụla okwu iro, onye ọbụla wee nọrọ ama na-achọzi nke ọ ga-eme. Mana ihe anyị ekwu okwu ya bụ dịka ị na-achọ ihe ị ga-eme ga-eji bara onwe gị uru n'ezinụlọ gị, ị ga-apụ n'okporo ụzọ. Ọ bụghị iwu ka ị nọ n'okporo ụzọ wee ree ahịa. Ịbata ahịa Meyọ a were ofu ụzọ kpamkpam, onwezikwa nọ n'ime ahịa. Ịpụta na mgbede moto na-achara mmadụ, ụfọdụ gotecha ihe ha dọwa ya n'etiti ụzọ, moto na-arị elu na-achọ ka a ga-esi wee mee ya. Ndị be ihe a jọgbukwara nwunye n'ụwa. Ọ bụrụ ihe dị mmadụ ihe ahụ, maka na a sị na onye chi na-azọ n'azụ onwe. Ọ bụrụ na anyị esi ọnwụ anọchi ụzọ, ihe mberede daa, onye ga-ama ka a ga-esi wee rụọ ya. Ụlọ ụfọdụ gọọmenti anyị nwere bụ nke nlekọta anyị ebe ekwe nke dị ha ime ma ya fọdụzikwa ịbịakpa isiokwu onye moto gburu. Maka na ọ bụgodoro onye pụtara n'ụzọ mee nsogbu, gọọmenti ga-apụtarị n'ọhawa ka ọ dịrị ịma ihe gbasara ha, ada atụkwara mmadụ ọnụ. So onye were aka ya gbuo onwe ya site n'ịnọdụ okporo ụzọ wee zụọ ya, ọ ga-abụkwa ihe dị njọ nyere onye. Anyị asịkwa na mmadụ anwụ, mana onye ga-anwụ ya wuke n'ọnwụ chi ya. Onye ọbụla chọrọ ịnwụ ya wuke n'ọnwụ ruru eru, maka ọnwụ ruru eru na ọnwụ chi mmadụ o nwere ihe dị iche n'ime ya. Otu ahụkwa ka ọ dị ịgbada a na-agariki akụkụ aka nri akụkụ aka ekpe, otu a ka a si wee bụ ihe dọchichie ụzọ ebe niile. Ndị nke apụnarị mmadụ ihe amahụzi ka ọha nwa ka ndị na-ere ihe ka ndị na-ere ihe ka ha wee na-ajụ. Ndị aka na-akpa niile juru na gariki na-ana mmadụ fon, na-anara mmadụ ihe iji apụtakwa na gariki na itighe mkpu akpago. Ọ na ndị Amechi na ndị ọkụ na-anọ na Nkanu West ahụhụ ihe na-eme ka ha gbara nkịtị ka o ribu omenala bịara. Maka na ọhịa dị na-agụkwa m ike na mmadụ si ihe ha ka Imo steeti jegide njem pụta gariki, onye ọbịa na-achọ ọbụ onye ọ maara ezi ebe obi, o were ekwentị ya na-aza na ya nọzikwa gariki na ya erutebe ego n'otu ka ọ na-aza ekwentị ya. Otu nwatakịrị si n'aka ya dobiri ya ekwentị ya wee gba ọsọ. Chekene ka ọ si wee dị onye a, ọ maghị ebe ọ na-eje, ekwentị o ji achụ ụzọ ọdụọzi. Onye ahụ ọ ga-agaba agaba n'ihu ka ọ ga-anachighi azụ. Ndị nọkwa na-emebiri anyị ihe niile bụ ndị amị anọ na gariki, ọha na-azụ ndị ochie, imirikiti ndị ochie na ụmụ ha. Ndị ọzọ sokwe bụ ndị na-abịa abịa, ụmụ ha na-eme ha nabatacha ha zuru ya bụ ochi ha gbabanara. Ị ga na-akpọnye geeti ihe ụra bụla ichee na oso na-achụ ochi, ịma mma ọha ncha niile bụ ndị ochi a. Ụmụnne asịkwa m unu na ọ ga-ekwe kwụsị o, asịkwana unu na ọ ma nkwe nkwụsị. Kama na asị m mmadụ ọbụla na-aba na gariki marakwa ka si jide akpa gị, maka na ọnọdụ anaghịkwa adị egbe ma marakwa ka isi abata na gariki, iburu akpa ibuchie ya ike. Ọ bụrụ na ọ ga-ekwe ime ịnọrọ na gariki Enugwu, onye kpọọ gị azakwa foonu gị, jidekwa ekwentị gị jisie ike ma ị mara na ị ka ya eweri ya. Ma ọ bụ na ndị a bụ ndị nke gọọmenti si na ha bụ ndị amị na-anọ na gariki, n'ọhawa na-enye ndị ochie aka, ha wepụ aka ewere ofe oyikwere aka mmadụ. Ebe ha ga-abụ ndị dị mma ilekọta anyị, ha wapụzi ndị na-egbu anyị egbu. A na-ajụ ndị amị a kemgbe ha zuwere fon ụlọ elu n'ole ka ha ji wee rụọ, kemgbe ha pụnarịwara ndị mmadụ ihe na-akwanye chiri tinye ha wee rụwa ọrụ. Moto ole ka ha ji erote ihe na-adịghị ọma dị ọkwa mma, ihe jọrọ njọ jọkwara ndụ. Ndị ahụ hapụ na mmadụ ka ha jewe ebe ha na-eche. Ọ bụrụ na ụ chọrọ iche nche, chewenụ nche nyere mmadụ aka. Onwe onye ihe mere ọgbakọ unu na-akwa ikwu ya n'ọkụ. Unu ama ngọnarịkwa na unu amaghị na-eme. Ndị amị na ndị polisi nọ na Gariki, unu ncha ka m na-agwa n'Enugu steeti, unu ezu n'ori. Maka na ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ unu nọ n'isi ndị oshi a were akụnụ na-asọpọtụ ndị oshi ahụ na-ebutere ha akpa oshi a niile aka oshi. Maka onwe nke e mere na Liberty mbọsị a, ya bụ ihe ezumanya. Anọ m na-aga ofu onye wee nwa okorobịa wee jekwu nwanne nwaanyị gee aka n'akpa, oke wetara dị ihe ọbụla. Mmadụ wee pụọ wee tichaa nwa okorobịa dolie ya enu, si n'elu ọkara traụza ya pịa yi na onye e mere ụdị ahụ ọma ndekwa ya mma iji ọzọ. Mana nke unu bụ ụmụaka, unu echekwa ma onye zuru unu, chekwa ma onye anatalụ, chekwa ma onye na-achọ ịnata. Nwatakịrị a na-ara akpa ihe adị njikere na-achụ ya bụ ego one ka ichi, ego one ka ego one dị n'akpa ga ekpebi ihe ewere ọsọ 300,000. Ọ ha wee mara ego one ha ga-eke ka ọ kpọchara ha onye wetara ya ka were wetara ego. Unu ezuzi n'anya oshi adịghị mma. Ya ka m ji ajụ ndị gọọmenti na ha bụ gọọmenti Enugu steeti, ama m unu dị mma ya. Unu adịghị mma n'ụzọ, unu adịghị mma na nchekwa, unu adịghị mma na-eti ibe anyị bụ ndị na-atụ n'ọnụ. Ọ bụrụkwa n'ọrụ dụara unu dịka nne na nna bụ ezinụlọ ka unu na-arụrụ anyị mmadụ nke unu na-eme. Apụta sị na lokal gọọmenti na biznes premises na nke a na nke ọzọ, unu nacha ya unu amaghị akpa ihe unu ga-eji eru mmadụ ahụhụ. Ekene dịrịkwu na unu aka mere mgba mbọ kpobe deti, maka na o nwere mgbe a na-abụ ekpofusie ihe afịfịa niile ebe niile eju. Mekịta bụ na ndị nke si na ha esụwama ka na-atara eto na-arụ ọrụ ekpoghekwe deti n'ideti ha bịa kpụrụ. Mana ka unu na-eru ya ihe ndị ọzọ n'elu na ya ka anyị ma ka anyị si eme. Kara sị na ọ na-agba anyị kụọ maarị ọnụ ọgbọ ụfụfụ. Ị ga-ekwu nara ibie n'Enugu steeti saịdị Obiọma na Amechi sisi Jenụwarị ọkụ anaghị ewu. Big man big trouble juru egwu. Onye ọbụla na-agba fuel I pass my name jenareto ha sụ n'elu n'ala and ihe na-ewukere m n'ihe karịa ihe ndị a niile na-eme bụ ha ga-asị gị na ha bụ big man, ha nọ na gọọmenti kwọta, ha nwee ka a na-enwe 1 week ma ya 2 weeks. Ndị be anyị nọ ga-anụ ka o yiere onye na-agba fuel 500 every day na onye kwụrụ ụgwọ NEPA. Ruo nke taa mụ na ụlọ ekwu okwu a, o nweghị ọkụkụshi ewu na Amaechi niile, oke ọkụshi ewu n'ọkụ na onwe ka ọkụshi ewu n'Obiọma abịa kede ya igbo. Ịma nke ka njọ ọ bụkwa na ọkụ a na-ewu nọ na ndị NEPA ghara ihe bịa parụ transfọma na ha na-emejie, maka na ndị be anyị amaghịkwa ihe ruoro ha. Ọ bụrụ na ha ma ihe ruoro ha na mgba ndị NEPA nkịtị ihe karịrị otu ọrụ na-eru ụwa na abụọ n'ihe mara ya n'elu. Ọkụ na nọ Obiọma Amaechi enweghị ọkụ. Ndị nwere amụ jenaretọ I pass my level ha manye ugboro na mbụ jee ndị mekaniki ugboro 3 savisi oyi ugboro 4 ha achọwa ndị NEPA asịwa ndị oyi a na-asa ịbanye nọ. Ọ bụ ka na mgbe ka amaghị isi akpụ ka ọ na-adịghị nkọ ego a na-akwụ ndị ihe ma nke kacha njọ n'ime ihe niile a ndị NEPA na-ewu bil. Ọ m sịrị ha nchi ha zọkwara ahụ maka ọkwa ụtọ mmadụ m so na ndị ka na-akwụ nke a na-akwụ n'obe onye bụ NEPA tikoro isi m na-etigbuo ka ọ ma ihe ọ na-eme. Ịhụrụ mmadụ enweghị ọkụ na-ewe na onweghị ọkụ wetara eri biro o ji eme gị ọ na-akwụ na-erusọ na akwụghị ihe rụrụsọ ihe na-ara. Debe anyị ugbo adịghị mmadụ bukwere onwe ihe onye isi anyị na-eme bụ ọnụkwube akụrụ kpụrụrụ m asịghị na-enyere inviteshọn ebe a ihe kwere ebe ọzọ ebe a na-eji akụ tii, ebe a na-eji agba egwu, ebe a na-eji mme nkwari ị na-akwakwa ihe ọ ga chetakwa na onwe ndị na-achị na ndị ego na-aga ka anyị kwara ọ bụkwa ejikọ ego bịa rie nri ije parị n'irie irichekwa nri gị bụ nna ịnata ụmụ gị akwa ego. Ebe anyị amakwa m ihe m na-ekwu ya mara m shiri unu ka m rụọ m iwe ọcha ekpe mgbe anyị bịakwara ọzọ anyị amakwa ihe anyị were ime. Ndewo ndị be anyị.
I am a God, make He give us things we good. Some every day we cry on God, they give us a good life. Make the look the way that they kill my people. They make me they cry. Make the look the thing that they happen for Nigeria. They make me they wonder. I say kill the bunny, scatter. Oh na na na. What do we go do? Make it come to the better. What do we go do? Make it come to something.
None. Eji menaka unu ka na-anọnyere anyị na ihe mmemme anyị bụ ọnọdụ ugo nke si na Biafra telivishọn Enugu na-abịara unu. N'atụfughị mgbe anyị ga-enekwa anya ọzọ n'ihe gbasara otu ọchịchị Enugu steeti kasị na-aga n'ihu. Anyị mana anyị na-ekwubu okwu ihe gbasara ụzọ kasị ebe anyị ekpute ata asị anyị a na-arụ ụzọ na ama arụ ụzọ ka anyị bịa kene onye kpara aka ọ dịghị na gọvanọ a na-arụ ụzọ be nne ya na asị na charity begins at home ka ha si asị ya n'oyibo, mana ka m gwa unu ọgba ụzọ opi jebe ụzọ UNN ka ọ na-alụ ọkwa Nsụka ka ọ bụ nọ ndị be anyị. Unu chetakwa na Nsụka abụghị ọsọ ofu, asịkwasị kwuwe na ka o si kwesịrị ịdị anyị ga-asị na Nsụka ka bụgodo ofu steeti. Ana m ajụ ndị ọchịchị Enugu steeti ihe amụfu ọnọbụrụ Nsụka na osoghị n'Enugu steeti. Agamedu isi ụzọ nwogo saịdị ahụ niile ọ bụ na ndị esoghị n'ihe gbasara Enugu steeti, maka na idebie ọ bụrụ na eche ha kwa na-abụ ịpụta n'ụzọ enwere ike kpọọ gị onye agha. Mana nke ndị be anyị na-eme na-agbakarịsa na ntị bụ ha bịa ha hafụ ihe dị ha ga-eme na-eme nke na-agara ha. Ụfọdụ akwa na ha ekwu okwu na anyị na ndị Igbo abụghị ofu, anyị amaghị anyị ka anyị si eme ya, mana ụlọ amana ọka wee ndị ji aka ha kpatara onwe ha aka ahụhụ. A na-asịkwa na ọ kpatara nkụ ahụ si ngwere bịara ya ọrụ ihe o. Ndị Nsụka unu akpatagwụkwa ogwu na nkụ ahụhụ mgbe o subere echi mana asịkwana na unu amaghị nke eme mgbe e gburu ndị mmadụ emegwa ndị bere akwa bee akwa, ndị bere nke ime obi n'ebe, ndị nke bere nke enu ahụ n'ebe unu bechaa ya na akpụ ndị nwụrụ anwụ ngwụkwa ịka oshi wee bụrụkwa n'ofu Nsụka ahụ ebe ihe niile anyị mere ka mmadụ dị ndụ na-eri ji eri ede kara obi si na ihe ya awụsa anyị ka ha rụọ afịa. Ọ bụghị dị sọ ka rụọ afịa nọ na ha wegbuoro eji mana ha debe nke ha ji ego na ọsọsọ ha bie. Ọ bụrụ na ha bata n'ime unu biko unu bịa bi rụwa ụlọ ahịa nọrọ na bụ nzụrụ ahịa ụnụ ha anụwa di na nwunye Ịzaza Mohammed Okafọ ma Jacinta Kwari ma Angela Bintu. Ihe m na-ajụ unu bụ ọ ga-alụ mgbe one unu ji aka unu nabata unu amadị ukwu a na ha ekwuhe nke na ya bụ waziri na-ara erie nye ha ana ọ na ha eme ka ọ gbasaghị ya mana ya marakwa na orutekwa ya orute ọnụ rute imi ọ ga-ezukwa ebe niile. Ndị Nsụka okwu ihe m chọrọ ikwu ka na Igbo chekwere ihe niile ji ya eze ya ka ha ji wee sị na ọ kpata nkụ ahụhụ si na nwere bịara ya ọrịrị. Unu enyebeghị ha na ndị agbuo unu so ụnakwu bi unu ka ọ kpụrụ ma rụzianụ ka ọ ga-adị mgbe ha kwata ngwongwo ha bịa biri n'ime be unu. Ịmago n'ụwa unu n'ụwa ụmụaka unu na-agọwa ọgọ na agwa m na ụmụ akwụrụ ya ihe a mụrụ achị na ha bụ ụmụ ọbịa bụ ha akwụkwọ ndị Awụsa rafụtara ego ha gba nkịtị ha enweghị ike ọbịa ka bụrụ ndị bụ na aka dịgbo mma na ịchọ ka ha ga-echebara onwe ha uru. Mana unu matara nọ ihe bụ arụ onye Awụsa ebeghị ugwu fụtara buru arụ ịdọ ya nwata onye rụbara gị ime ọchụrụ na Ibrahim eri Ibrahim na-eme gị ọchụrụ na-asa inishu gị bụ onye Igbo ihe megbukwa unu ịkparịa nke ọrịa ka shia ya tewara di ya shiri na Mohammed bụ onye ebe Yusuf nyaị ndị be anyị okwe ka ya bụ ede achịkwa na ama ajụ erie na-ebute ha ya wụọ nke nwe unu ji aka unu ewere owu unu mana asịnakwa na unu ama unu makwa ọ bụrụ na unu na-abụ ọrịa unu taa na ihe unu na-emejọgburu udo na-eshigbu ụka awụsa na awabe ha na anyị na ha abụghị ọkwụrụ ha eyi bụ unu na-eyi chọfụra chọnunu ndị ka unu ji unu ga-ejikwete na unu na-awụsa isi ihe na unu ite mgbe ọ bụ na unu nye ha nke unu na ha eyi jee akwa nghọgbu unu ha chi unu na-eyiwe mgbe ha na-arụ unu nke unu ha na-arụ onwa chọwakwa na ewu ojii mgbe chi ka na-eji maka ọkwa na unu achọghị ewu ojii mgbe chi ka na-eji chi jipe ndị be anyị ya bụ ije na-esikwa ike ya bụ ndị achị unu gọvanọ ugwu anyị a ka na-ekwu okwu nwoke ime welkom ịgbakwuo nkechi ụmụnne nye awụsa na ebe na-arụ achọ ama m gị na onwe gị anatakwuru oke nne ịnatara mgbe o zukwere o metụkwuni metụ ọnụ o nweghị onye dị afụ anyị niile na kama na ị na-agwa gị bụ ọkwa na-esi na ịbụrụ gọvanọ rụkwa ọrụ gọvanọ chihie aka na ihe igbochiri ime mana ọ bụkwa na ije erewe nke pasha igbe kwesịrị na ekpere o mgbe ọ ga-eri ya bụ ekpere eyihu mana ihe na-ekwu okwu ego onye chikwa na ụmụ nwa ndị ada ụtụtụ eshu eyesh juru enwe ọnụ o nwere ndị na-anaghị arahụ ụra maka gị na anyị na-ekwu okwu ha sị na ha na-ekwu okwu ka ha were onwe ha ụfọdụ nọrọ ebe ha nọ akọkwara iri ha akọgbude a na-asị igbe ahụrụ onwe ha na ya ndị ka ha ji eme ha sị na Biafra ha na-ewetakwe ndị be anyị ma chekwa ya ọ bụrụ o gwere mgbe ọ ga-eru ịmara asịrị nke egburu na-emegburu bịa ụlọ n'ụlọ awụ ụmụ okorobịa ha ngwa ka afọ eje n'ụwa ọgụ anụ na-ahụrụ nke nwe unu ga-anọ ndị ume unu na-eye ya bụ Biafra abịa ọkpọ na o nwere ebe ịkwụ ụzọ wowo ka ibe m gbara ha ihu na onwe ya ejeje agbakube mana ọkwa na o nwere ebe ịkwụ ịkasorukwa ibe gị na-eme a na-eme mana m na-ajụ ụbọ gịwa jere mmeta eyi oyi na-amaghị eke yi ịmaghị ekpe ịmaghị odobere isi ịda eke ọdụrụ mma niile dị n'ụwa wee na-ekpe dị na-ewe oji arụ mbed dị na-aja arụ n'ọnwa na onwe ka oshisu mere nti shọba papa m na-ewe o nwekwara ihe eji wee gba anyị ndị Igbo anyị ji wee bụrụ Chineke anyị ihe nkwafu ọbara amakwa ihe anya na-egbupụta ekwe mmadụ ụnụ aka nwee ọkwa ejekwa na-ejere onwe ọ ka sabụkwa onwe efe ndị nke ụmụ nwoke okoye ya akpụda ya n'ukwu eje ọha ya na oyi aha ya na oyi ha chụwakwa oduru isi ahụ ha na-eje ọha ha na oyi ọha ha na oyi ụmụ ọrọbịa kparịara ha n'aka ejedi ndị Hausa na-eme mkpata mkpamkpam ime ihe ọkpọtam ahụ ha kwa egbe dị ya Sizọs dị ya rezọ dị ya mma dị ya akwa egbe iri ụzọ mere mma gawenụ nke iji ebe aka ị ga-agwa m ka onye ji egbe na onye ji mma na onye ebe aka onye ọ dịka ọ na-emerụ onwe ya gị nka na-abụkwara ụnụ ọdụkwa n'ije kerikwa m ị marakwa na idu n'ije kerikwa ọmụ na ugo ebergo na mgbagbu onye makwara nke oge ya wefutere ekwe onye jikwe nke oji ya ji ndekwe bụ nke mma onye nwekwe nke o ji na-adọghị mma ya ha kwa ndị anyị okwere ihe m chịrị mbụ ọnụ ọzọ na-ekwe na-achịrị ha eje na elekshọn ọzọ ndị arụmanụ ndị osu ndị ụfụ na-ekweghị mmadụ na ụmụ ya atọgbu iko ha dịkwa ogogi iyi ka elu ụmụ nwaanyị na-amaghị ihe ha eme n'ime obodo eje were ụmụ vuru ha ba ọkpara skwe ha bịa na onye nwere ahụ ekwe ihe egwu ahụ eyi agụ abada akwụ igbukwu egwu n'echichi eyi ha pịa nwụta ha na emegbukwu achịrị ha eme elekshọn ha megbukwe ebido kwụkwọ mere unu ihe ha eme ndị nne na ndị nna anyị na ụmụaka anyị unu na-ayịkwa onye na-ekwugodo ụzọ adụ ọbụla awakwa na wafụta akwụkwọ n'obodo masịrị ya na-ata ihe elekshọn o nwekwe ndị unu na-eme elekt ndị unu ha chịwa unu a na-achịkwu karịkwanụ nke bụ ya bụkwa unu ka nọkwa ahụ na mbụ na nwa agaghị obekwu ihe o mere ụzọ a na-arụ ọhịa arụwa arụ nsị ka ọrụ ukwe ọrụfụ ụkwụ ụzọ o nwekwe ụzọ arụrụ ihe ga-adịrụ na-emebu ebe ọbụla bụ ebe asọkachikwa na ngara ebe ụmụnwoke ga-anọ were ọrụ ma ndị nwaanyị ọ bụgodo na Biafra bụ ya na-eme ụdara ncha niile pịa orire ihe a na-eme bụ onye kwụrụ ọtọ agbatuo ya sọsọ ya bụ eze ga-akwụtọ anụ ọrụ na-achịkwa na uwe nke dị n'ugwu ajị oje keke yio nke eke ha achị na eze ahụ egbu ugene aja niile nke yio a niile ihe ọbụla akakwanakwa ebe ịzọ na ụkpa ma ịzọ na-eketere aja erewo ị na-afụtazikwa ka ịtụkpuru shi na ewere ka a na-eme nwe ezikwe nke ịkwụ ọ bụ ebe iche mmadụ ọ bụ onye ndu m na-ajụ unu echeke m onye ndu ma onye na-enete mmadụ bụ ọkwa na nwatakịrị gị nọ enweghị ihe ọ na-eche ọrịa ihe ọ na-eme maka na asị were ihe kụziere nwatakịrị ike eme ncha ọ nwekwa ike meme nke oshi n'ebe ahụ ihe na nke nwa bụbọrọ ọbụla ọ bịakwara ihe ncha ọchọ ọbụla ọ bịakwara ihe ncha ọ bụkwa ezigbo ihe ebe ị na-emere ndị Enugu steeti ndị be anyị onye na-achị anyị n'Enugu steeti gọvanọ ugwu anyị nyere anyị aka ka anyị nyere onwe anyị akwụrụ nke a na-ekwu national youth gọọmenti ndị nke anyị merụ n'Enugu ahụrụ youth a na-eme ha mpawa ndị iri egwu ka onye ebe ọbụla anyị mepere pati shi ogbu onugbo na ogbushi ejenarị gị ọ bụ ebe anyị jiri nwa ndụ n'Enugu steeti ana nwa n'ike gburu a na-erechi ndị big man ha niile agbukwe n'ime ebe ahụ ji egbe ndị obere mmadụ emekwenu ihe were karịrị na ọkwa anyị chọrọ ịrịa mana ọkwa anyị chọrọ ịrịa imegbu omekweghị na ya isokwerekwa ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ego na ọka mma na mmadụ nyere onwe ya kemgbe ọ dị ndụ ka ihe mgbe ọ nwụrụ anwụ gọọmenti bụ onye fụtara ebe ọ fụtara a na-eme na azụ onwe ha mana ihe a na-egbu anyị egbu ọ dị ka nke a kwuo ya ndị road safety bịa vuru moto kwụọ ọnụ ụzọ ụlọ ụka ishikwa n'ụlọ ụka afụta ha achịghị itigiri belt ọndarọ ịnarị belt ọnarọ ibe anyị aka na-emetegwu ihe Chukwuka adịghị ama ga-eji wee nyere anyị aka n'ihe anyị na-eme shụọ anyị megbukwa ihe anyị na-eme anyị ejekwochiwere ọkpa onye ọbụla na-eche ụbọchị ejekpe ikpe owo bụ nke kakwa mma mana asị m nwoke nwanyị nwata okenye chịkwa na ihe gbasara Biafra adịghị ya mma na ya ama nnọ ndụkwa ezinụlọ ekwe ndị kwu okike abịa ama asịrị gị mmadụ ọbụla chịkwa na ihe gbasara Biafra adịghị ya mma ezinụlọ echikwe ọ bụrụ na ezinụlọ echi onyere ndị chọrọ ewe ha na-eme kaịrị megbu kaịrị kena nwanne gị ga-ewu okwu maka iji ha ego ịfụtakwa na merod arụkwekwe onye polisi ego n'aka ga-abụ onye dara iwu onye nke ọzọ bụ onye dara iwu abụ onye dị mma mmadụ bụ n'ụlọ ya ekwutu n'otu ishishi ya abụọ na nke ọrụ bụ ezigbo nchekere ndị ya onye ọ bụ mgbe ọ ga-eji wuru kwafu nke nwa bụ ha jekwekwe ya ndị kọtụ ego tupu ị na-ama ihe na-emenụ akwarụ ngwugwo mmadụ goro ojibu ndebe wafụta na eji a na-akụrụ na eke unu bụ polisi akụrụ na eke unu bụ ndị omere iwu ọ dịghịkwa na mma achịkwara ada emekwe nwatakịrị mere ibe obi adịghị mma ọ na-asa anyị bụ ịbatara nwa na-ekwu onye ghara ibe ihe a na-eme emegwonu na onye ahụ na-anụrụ onye ọbụla ọkụ ma nwoke ma nwaanyị ma nwata nwoke ibekwe n'asa bịagodo weta naira taa ịfụtakwa echi shi igwe hụhụ n'ihe ahụ enyere asịghị na ọkwa ha 50 naira ịkọ na akwụkwọ ọkọ n'isi ji n'ime gị ị nawa ọkwa oshigbu ụlọ obodo gọọmenti na-eji ụmụ na mmegbukwe na anakọta akwụkwọ azụ si n'ụlọ chọ sekuriti ebe ụmụ okorobịa niile na-eje dị n'obodo na-enwezi ihe ha na-arụ ha nga nne ya ka Igbo a ka nwere mgbe ebi ya ka dị obere onye fụtakwa ya egorokwa rit shọọ mpa igoro 150 ọ ya gara ọnụ ihe ha na-eme bụ ha bịa ha eje chụtacha sọdụrụ m 5 shashnọgụ mbụ kaikai nke a na-aba n'akwụkwọ nwatakịrị ihe okorobịa ugbukwe ya ọ hụrụ ihe ọzọ n'echi ụzọ nnachụ anyị na-eme nde na ihe nwa wee ruo mgbe ole ụmụnne m ọ bụ na gọọmenti enweghị ike iwefụtere ụmụ okorobịa na ụmụ agbọghọbịa ihe ha nwere ike na-arụ wee na-enyere onwe ha aka ọ ga-abụ ha na-enyere onwe ha aka ha enweghị ike weta ego ha ga-enete onwe ha netekwa ezinụlọ ha etekwe ndị so ha na-achịkwa ndị amụtakwa nwata amụta na ya nwata ka ikpe onye mgbe ihe ọzọ a na-ajụ ya bụ na anụ ndị be anyị ya bụ okwu dịkwa ma ọ ka mma na anyị nebere anya ka anyị mara ihe anyị ga-enwe onwe anyị ka anyị kwata onwe anyị ka a na-agwa oke ka na-agwa ibe ndị a na-achị achị na ndị a na-achị yere na owu unu aka ndị nke na-achị anyị yere na anyị aka ka anyị were nwee ike mara ebe anyị na-ede enekwa m unu ọzọ mgbe a ga-echi ya ka anyị kwutopụnụ ka ọrụ anyị ọnụ n'ihi na oge abụ nke anyị ndewo.
My life, my God, now who own my life, my God, who own my life, my God, now who own my life, my God. If no God, my devil will shut me down. If no be God, my devil will shut me down. See, if no be God, that will shut me down. Again, they say no be God, yeah, I'm waiting for them. Like say no be God, yeah, now I go be. Before, then they say I no go be somebody. Before, then they say I no go be person. You got my bride, sugar my tea, from past to grace, from this to glory. If no be God, I gonna people.
Ndị ụlọ ndị be anyị aka m ji n'aka na anyị na unu nọ n'ime mmemme anyị bụ ọnọdụ ugo nke si na Biafran television Enugu wee na-erute n'aka. Ọ ka bụkwa m Odoziakụ